And good morning. And of course, you know who this is. It is me, Kelvin. And we are on day 3 of today's journal on dialysis and kidney transplant. Listen, do a quick recap of yesterday. Yesterday I had my catheter put in, and I did my first round of dialysis. And it went really well. I didn't have the side effects that most people have, but it turned out pretty good. I just was really tired and sore from um, the catheter being, which I still am. And so here we are at day 3. Yesterday it was a 2-hour session. Today is going to be a 3-hour session. And so I figured this would be a perfect time to journal and tell my experiences of what I've been going through the past few days. I'm not gonna lie, this has been an emotional roller coaster. This is an emotional roller coaster. But I sit here watching my blood come out of my body and being cleaned and then put right back into my body. So it's definitely something to see, as well as like, wow, this is really happening. So it's a realization of the things that the body endures and has to go through, but the miracle of science that enables us to continue to move on. So yesterday, surgery. Before surgery, emotions was everywhere. They were extremely high. Had to shed some tears because this was a new step, walking into a new day with a lot of uncertainty. And so now that we're here, I'm going to tell you, don't be embarrassed or feel ashamed if your emotions run like that. Once I got that cry out, I was fine. I was ready to go. I'm like, it's game time. So here we are on, again, day 3. Miss Sherry is my nurse for the day. And so I got, basically 3 hours to sit here and let the machine do its job. I can journal, I can study, I can take a nap, I can make phone calls, emails, all that good stuff. But since I went through this first session um, of dialysis, I have had some side effects with nausea, dizziness, and things of that nature. But other than that, been sleeping a lot due to the exhaustion. But it's only temporary that I'm going through these things. This is not something that I be always, but they had already forewarned me that I would be having these type of side effects and I would experience these things. So, it's a pretty light of a day. This is my second session again. I won't do dialysis tomorrow, but then I'll pick up and do dialysis again on Monday. Normally it looks like that my session is going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so for all those that are getting ready to start dialysis, and just be aware. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be ashamed of your emotions that you experience, because it is definitely a roller coaster. It's up, down, up, down, up, down. And so I want to encourage you, to, if you're a believer, to pray. Even if you're not a believer, it's still a good thing to pray. Or talk to somebody that can really encourage you, that can lift your spirits, because it takes a toll on you. It really does. Anybody does it, I had nothing to worry about, this and that. No, you do. There's a lot of things that happen, a lot of things that could happen that can go wrong. And so, with that being said, you're going to experience these different emotions. They cancel, they'll reschedule several times. All these things you have to be aware of that can happen. But so far, even with the side effects that I've experienced this morning, it has been a good morning. You know, um, it's funny how uh, watching this blood, being taken out of my body and being cleaned, coming back in, that you start to understand why you do get tired. You know, uh, because of the strain that's put upon your body. But I'm gonna tell you, those who again that are going through this type of thing, it's a long road ahead of us. And I just read a pamphlet that my social worker had gave me, all the things you can eat, all the things you shouldn't eat, and the things that you shouldn't drink. And it's almost like, dang, I can't eat or drink hardly anything. But you have to look at long term. You know, whatever is on that sheet, we have to comply, or we should comply. You know, not be hard headed, not be the first one to say I am hard headed. One of the things that we're not supposed to eat is potatoes, and for most people, we come up in this day and time. That's what we were raised on, was potatoes. I can eat potatoes with anything. I love potatoes, and now I'm being told I can't have potatoes because it's not good for me. And so you're gonna be going through things like that. Exercising. You know, uh, we have become a society that doesn't really exercise anymore. And getting into a routine of exercising every day, getting the proper amount of rest. That's important too. You know, um, I wasn't getting the proper amount of rest. Because I'm always busy. I have 12 children and 12 grandchildren, and so I'm constantly busy. I'm teaching. I'm preaching. I'm helping. I'm doing all these different things. So my time is very limited, and the ages from the kids ranges from 3 to 35, and then the grandbabies run from 2 weeks to 17. So there's never a dull moment in my household or in my life. So you're going to go through. You have to understand that your whole way of living, you know, for a better quality of life, you're going to have to change. You're going to have to do what that paper says, and it's going to look discouraging. I'm gonna be honest with you. I look at that paper and it looks discouraging, but with all the kids I have and grandkids I have, I want to be here for a long time. I'm newly married, so I want to give my wife, 50 years or better, if I can. But in order to do that, I have to do my part and make the decision and choices of eating healthier, exercising, and getting a proper amount of rest, and just becoming disciplined. And so, if you have a problem with being disciplined, find somebody that's disciplined and let them help you if they can. And sometimes you're just gonna have to kick your own self in your rear end in order to get yourself together, because this is one of those things that will make you or break you. If you get a kidney transplant and you don't take care of that kidney, in a short amount of time you're gonna be looking for another kidney. And so I want to be just as my dad was. His kidney lasted 40 years, and so that's unheard of in the medical field. The doctors, when they came across him, they were always astonished because he did his kidney, but he was so disciplined and he was, so on point on the things that he needed to do in order to maintain that kidney. He weighed himself 3 times a day, If he gained, if he was a pound overweight, he was going to get that pound off. He exercised. He would ride his bike 20 miles a day, walk 5 miles a day. He took his medication like he was supposed to. If the doctor said do it, he did it. They told him not, he didn't. It was just that cut and dry with him, because he wanted to make sure that in order for that kidney to last, that he did his part. And that's the whole thing. The doctors can only do so much, but it takes us to make the choice and decision to do what we're supposed to do. We can make up every excuse why we don't want to do it, this and that and other, but at the end of the day, it's like, do you want to go through another transplant 10 years from now? Anybody that's waiting on a kidney right now, it's a tedious, prolonged process of being able to get that transplant. Do you want to go through that again? It's messed up the way we have to go through it now. I have people right now waiting to be tested, but because of the bureaucracy and the yellow tape and all this stuff, they have to wait. I was told that I have to lose 50 pounds in order to get the kidney transplant. In order to be on the active transplant list. And so, so far, I am 40 pounds down. I got 10 pounds to go. But it's like, I got people right now that are ready to be tested in order for me to get a kidney. But I can't. They won't let me, because by their standards, I gotta lose 50 pounds, because they want to see if I'm serious or not. Now, I would tell you guys something. There's a movie. If you want to see, if you want to know, if you're unfamiliar on the process of transplant donors and how that all works, and in order to receive an organ, there's a movie that's on Netflix. Good movie. Has Kelsey Grammer and Julia Stiles. The name of the movie is The God's Committee. And you'll see how all the politics that's played on the result, or not so much the result, but how the process is on being able to receive an organ, whether it's heart, liver, kidney, whatever. It's a lot of politics before they say yes, you can have this organ. There's a lot of politics, and it's quite educating and upsetting, but at the same time, it's very informative. That it's sad to say that they kind of play with our lives, and sometimes money can cause you to miss out on an organ, because somebody may come along and say, hey, I got $100,000. I'll donate to your hospital, if you let me get that organ. And it does happen. So I would suggest, check out that movie. Again, the name of that movie is called The God's Committee. So this is day 3. Tomorrow it'll be a day off. It won't be no dialysis, but Monday we'll be back on it. So until Monday, I hope you all have a good and blessed day. And I'm going to sit back and relax, and probably take me a nap, watch a movie. I don't know. Pray until this is all finished. So you guys take care. God bless you. And we will see you and talk to you on Monday.